Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Reality is where words do come to life. Well, I titled this Paul Vallas running for mayor and others. So we have Willie Wilson who's running for mayor. And I guess because Willie Wilson thought that he gave out about $2 or $3 million for gas, and then he gave out food for seniors. Um, that will be enough to pay to play so people would vote for him for mayor, but he don't have a plan what he's going to do with the crime situation, how he's going to make Chicago more productive. Then I hear that LaShawn Ford is putting his bid in for mayor, and the questions that would ask him what he's going to do, he's going to put the power in the alderman hand when the alderman ain't doing shit right now. So why would you put the power in the alderman hand? And if he's still on probation from the little trouble that he had a couple of years ago with the feds that he didn't go to jail for, that he ended up giving them somebody else so he can save his own ass, why would you want to make him mayor? And then the state representative, Kim Botcham, who has two DUIs, and the second one he refused to take the breathalyzer. And so we have an Alderman Lopez. He wants to run, and then we have Paul Valance, who was over CPS, who let Barbara Bird Bennett go up the river with the school issue and the money. So help me to understand why we as voters would think that Paul Valance will be a good candidate, would think that Willie Wilson will be a good candidate, would think that LaShawn Ford would be a good candidate. Why? Because Willie Wilson give money for gas. If Willie Wilson have enough money to pay for gas, Willie Wilson had enough money to purchase a building, have it rehab, and get homeless people off the street. See, they do little things to try to garner your attention, but you need to pay attention to the things that they have done prior to. What kind of services are they doing? What kind of plan do they offer? And then we already know that after the election, that's coming up for next month happens, I see Richard Boykin is running for something. I don't know why. He didn't do a good job as being a commissioner. So why would you put your hat in the ring for something else? And as much as people love Danny Davis as congressman and they want to keep him in because they have great relationship, great ties with him, everybody don't have that great relationship. Everybody don't have the great ties with Danny Davis. Select few that's in the circle that can get things from him and get things done. We hold people until they die out the seat. And if this city is going to grow, we need to change asses in the seat. Bottom line. Even Mayor Lightfoot don't deserve a second term. When you stand up and tell people that your dang-a-lang is bigger than somebody else and you don't have a dang-a-lang, you have a slit. Are you confused? Are you mental? Are you suffering from head trauma or something? Something has to be wrong. And your cockiness and your arrogance does not get you anywhere. You haven't helped. You started out good. I believed you when you started out, but I no longer believe you anymore. Because you didn't get caught on camera saying things that you should not, that's not becoming of a mayor. You went and picked a police superintendent from a state that had no idea how to deal with the things that happens in this city. And crime is just out of control. And you don't know how to reel it back in. You can say all you want to say out your mouth, but your action speaks volume. It speaks volume. So if you're thinking about running again, I would think twice about that. I would call it a wash and keep it moving. I really would. Because ain't no way in hell I would vote for you a second term. Not at all. No, I would not. I would not vote for Paul Vallas. I would not vote for a man who allowed a woman to take the blame for something that he did and don't say anything about it. And it just went at this school district. Y'all need to do your research. Look up Paul Vallas online. He denied being having any knowledge about Barbara Bird Bennett, but he was very knowledgeable. The company that he said he was not a part of, he was a part of. So we can't just take what they say face value. If you can't run the Chicago Board of Education, what the hell are you going to do with running a city? If you can't function as a state representative and keep your word with the people who ask you as a state representative to keep your word, LaShawn, for what the hell you going to do with being mayor of a city? If you want to give certain organizations like New Age $60 million, which I'm still trying to figure out why, New Age, you gave New Age $60 million when there's so many other organizations who's out here doing the lead work and they haven't gotten a dime. Not one penny. You promised to help Linda Barker, Sisters of the Hood, and you haven't kept your word not one time. You always came up with a bunch of excuses. Oh, I didn't look at the paperwork. Oh, I didn't look at this. Oh, I didn't look at that. Yeah, I'm very much aware. And you know how I feel about your black ass. When I came to you personally, I'm going to keep telling this story till Jesus come. When I came to you personally about my property, when you was up at the old Y, the one that Emma Mintz gave Ed Rubenstein for $1, and he's a slum lord, and y'all know it. That building needs to be condemned, it needs to be remodeled, it needs to be sprayed, it needs to be rehabbed, and everything else. And so you was going to assist with the capital improvement for 501 North Central, but that never happened. Never happened. And so when you was in the building after me, and I asked you to stop by the office, you stopped by. I told you about my parents' property around the corner at 5456 West Ferdinand. And you told me there was nothing you can do. But then you turned right around and you bought it um, through your real estate agency. You bought it, you painted it, you rehabbed it um, a little bit, and you sold it for $250,000. But you said you can help me, but you helped yourself. So why would you think that you would be a prime candidate to be a mayor? And why would anybody else believe that you would be a great candidate? Because you helped a select few. What did they have to do for you to help? And what are you expecting in return? See, that's what we need to realize. When people start doing things before they announce that they're running for office, they didn't paid out large lump sums of money. They didn't made sure that certain organization got grants. They're looking for that organization to help them in some shape, form, or fashion. That's what they're doing. But when you're on ground patrol and asking people to help, not just to help but for their input, what do they think, their thoughts, and everything else, that's totally different. That's something that you all have never done. None of y'all. And you haven't owned up to your wrongfulness at all. Will Paul Vallas acknowledge what he did with Barbara Bird Bennett? Will he acknowledge the part that he played in all of that? No, he would never acknowledge that. But it seems like everybody think that the mayor's seat is a money ticket to get in so you can have some more control, so you can embezzle, you can manipulate and deceive the people, and we still won't get no better than what we are right now. Period. We won't get no better at all. At all. So if you think Paul Vallas is a good candidate, I suggest you think again. I really suggest that you really think again. You look at it, you dissect it, and you try to understand why. Ain't none of y'all got no plan. What is your plan? How are you going to fix the crime issue? How are you going to clean up the South and the West sides where it's productive? Instead of you clean up because you want to move the white folks from out the suburbs back into the city, you'll do it for them. You'll provide the security and stuff, just like y'all did with Biden Hands and moving Everest right there on Laramie and Lake. Before the white people came into the neighborhood and wanted to do some of them corners, y'all didn't give a damn about who was owning the store, who was hanging out in the corner. You didn't care about that. But as soon as y'all gave the buildings to the white people, Emma Mintz made the agreement with Jason Irvin. She would sell move her portion of the 37th Ward to Jason Urban and underhanded stuff, money up on the table. Then all of a sudden, here come by the hands, and next thing you know, here come a school across the street. Come a school across the street. Don't make sense. Um, what Key School was empty forever and a day, and then Chris Tyler Farrell got a plan in his hand that would be beneficial to the community, and he denied the plan. But yet he gave it to a school from Oak Park. So why would LaShawn Ford feel like if he was mayor that he would turn it over to the aldermen? Aldermen get TIF fund, they don't do nothing with it now. Emma Miss got a slush fund, and she take care of the people that kiss her ass. She don't care about the people in the community, and the people in the community go ahead and vote for her because when they need some, they can't get nothing done. So she blackball them and blackmail them. Let's call it what it is. That's what she does. If you don't kiss her butt, you don't get no help. And only one ass I kiss, and that's my mama coming out. That's it. That's the end of ass kissing. Not doing that one. And if you elected officials are in the seat, you need to know without it. You're not the employer. You are the employee. We, the registered voters, are the employer because you need our vote to get in the seat. And we got to stop being so blindsided by what they say and they don't do nothing. Step on your front porch, look around and see what's going on. Are they fixing up certain things in your neighborhood for you? Are they fixing them up for the white people to come back in? Some of the city blocks is raggedy as hell. They tear apart the street and it takes them forever to fix it. And that's ridiculous. And then residents get to a point like, will you call for what? They ain't gonna do nothing. Y'all got garbage tax, you got bag tax, you got soda tax, you got water tax. Where's all this money going to? You tax the lottery. You got tolls. Where is the money going to? So I'm inclined to believe what Frederick Collins says. It's not a money problem. We have a spending problem. And that is so evident. Y'all have these slush funds that you're supposed to use for your neighborhoods and your community and your business districts, and you don't. And then, and one while Ron was in, Emma was sending her money back down to Ron so he can put it in downtown and up north to hell with the west side and the south side. But yet still, y'all feel that Emma Mitch should be still sitting in the seat. Jason Irvin should still be sitting. What are they doing? What is the changes? What's going on? Instead of things getting better, they are getting worse. Your kids can't walk outside. You can't sit in your car for 2 seconds without being sprayed with bullets. You can't walk up on your porch without being sprayed with bullets. And none of these candidates have a plan. And then, as of late, I saw Mayor Lightfoot post some things, but it looked like they stole something from another candidate website to make it seem like it was their idea, and it wasn't. And here's something else that really pisses me off. Governor Pritzker is running for governor. The man from Aurora is running for governor. Y'all spend all y'all time trying to smash smut to post on commercials. This person's running for governor and they didn't do this and they didn't do that. What the hell y'all didn't do? What you didn't do? Because there's a whole bunch of stuff you did not do. And I'll say this again. Y'all can't run off COVID. COVID don't work. And the funny part to me is election time come and all the snakes come out the grass. Paul Vallas been hidden a long time. Now the snake come out the grass. Willie Wilson done ran for every office there is. And I don't know who the hell advising you, but they should tell you to sit your ass down somewhere. You don't need to run for nothing else. It's a wrap for you. They're not going to vote for you. Period. Some people may. I'll give you that. Because when he gave me a gas card, he gave me $40. He bought me some groceries. So what? It's more to running a city than that. Where is your plan? What do you know what's wrong? And how are you going to fix it? It's the question that should be asked. And I bet you ain't none of y'all got no answers. You think you can run off your name? You think you can run off the present position that you have? You haven't done nothing with the seat that you're sitting in now. So why would you be a prime candidate to be a mayor? I'm not understanding. I'm not. And I don't support a lot of people. I don't follow a lot of people. But the only person that I really think will be a good candidate is Frederick Collins. I have talked to him personally. I have asked him questions, and I have interviewed him as well. And he wasn't fearful of answering the question. See, none of y'all gonna come in the neighborhood where the people matter and have a conversation. If you decide to do this, you're gonna find somebody that you're comfortable with, somebody that's too popular, and then you're gonna sit down and have a discussion with them. But the real people you're not gonna talk to at all. And I already know that. I already know that. So stop faking the funk. Y'all don't care about the people. Y'all only want the position. The people don't matter. It's all about the position and the title of being mayor of the city of Chicago. Paul Vallas, not the mayor of the city of Chicago. Lopez, not the mayor of the city of Chicago. Beckham, not the mayor of the city of Chicago. Willie Wilson, definitely not the mayor of the city of Chicago. And LaShawn Ford, hell no, for being the mayor of the city of Chicago. And Mayor Lightfoot's second term, it's a wrap for you. Pack your bags, go on home, and call it wonderful. That's what you need to do. That's all I'm saying. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.